streaming button.
Alright. Let me mute myself while I eat.
Yeah. So we should be going, hopefully. But I'm gonna hit this play Darkest of Days button and just relish in like the opening setup. So I want to point out, not related to the game's amazing opening thing, but just like as soon as this game started, my Xbox started making very weird noises. So that's probably a good sign. Our game difficulty options are easy, normal, and with chest hair. We're gonna drop this to easy. Alright. That's a very good noise my Xbox is making. Here we are, Battle of Little Bighorn. I don't know if I should be concerned about this or not. Oh man, this animation is so good.
Through here! Stay down and follow me!
Hurry! There's engines all over the place!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on! We're gonna get...
Dead horses. Whoop. Oh, this frame rate is so good.
Look, this is the frame rate everyone moved at back in those days.
It really is. Oh, make me mad.
We didn't have the technology yet for 60 frames a second.
Oh.
And I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure, what, like 30 frames a second is as fast as your eye can register, right? So
Oh yeah, it's got the feel.
Doesn't even
of,
matter. It doesn't even matter that past that point.
It's got the feel of 60.
You're being shot a lot.
I am. I set it on easy.
Is there something lower than easy?
No.
This might take a while.
Yeah.
On the plus side, well, okay. Never mind. I was literally about to say, on the plus side, you've been shot a lot, but you haven't died yet, and you immediately hit the ground when I started to say that.
Yeah, well, you know. This frame rate is so bad.
Why did that guy make his company Chronotech with all hard Ks?
It's
Related to Ed Boon?
Yeah, it's Ed Boon's grandson, great-grandson. There are so many people on the screen, and the frame rate just can't.
That's a lot of enemies. It's like an absurd, are you sure you're supposed to be here and not, like, taking cover somewhere else?
Yeah, you're supposed to just run.
Maybe you should be up on the hill with all those other guys.
Evidence obtained through time travel has been ruled inadmissible in legal matters. What? That's not...
What? That makes sense.
No, it does. Like, time travel, though.
What if it's an alternate timeline? You can't prove it. I don't think this game even has alternate timelines,
I
but...
don't think it does. Is the weird noise my Xbox is making coming out over the microphone?
No.
Okay.
I'm excited about your Xbox's upcoming death, though.
Oh yeah, no. Like, it's just letting out a constant fart.
That's probably bad.
Not this way. What? What was that? Oh. Okay, so now his storyline died.
Rough. It's very important that you die at the correct moment.
Yeah, I got an arrow in my junk.
It's a rough way to go, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's just right in there.
Yeah.
It really is just in your junk. Just... That is a deep arrow.
It really is.
That's all the way to the feathers.
Just all the way in.
That is as deep as it could go without coming out the other side.
It probably is out the other side.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's sticky out the other side.
Also,
but
like,
completely-
how big are my legs and how tiny is my hand?
Look, don't worry about it. It's like you're two separate people. Like,
Oh, there's General Custer.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
What's he up to? Probably not war crimes or anything.
probably not. Well,
He didn't exist yet, after all.
why did the spaceman get murdered by bow and arrow?
Look, I mean, just because you're a spaceman doesn't mean you're invincible. Also, how did you get through the time bubble with the arrow in your junk?
That's a great question. I need to look up something.
Hmm?
Where was this game made? Iowa.
Huh, okay. Sure?
A hotbed of game development, Iowa.
I mean, they made this. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, true.
Alexander Morris, you are indeed back.
I also just want to ask.
Please come up here.
Uh,
So I
Huh?
we talked about the quick look. Do you know about the plot of this game? Because I
Isn't
may,
it?
I
Okay,
maybe,
so I don't know... Huh?
I maybe accidentally spoiled myself on a little bit, and boy, does this go places.
So, from what I remember, the plot is just that you're working for an agency that is, like, collecting people through time for... Not, I don't think anything in particular, just, like, getting agents for your time agency. I don't remember, like, if there's an overall... Is there something about, like, a chemical bomb or something? I feel like I'm remembering something now about, like, a weird chemical explosive.
We'll get there.
But what a fantastic gift.
Like, the more I think about it, the more I think there was some kind of weird bomb disarming thing involved in the main plot.
Here's a sick picture of Stonehenge.
Why the Mayan civilization disappeared.
That place probably a time machine.
Discovered and
Probably.
learned so much. But with the power of time travel comes the
Dr.
responsibility
Coel, we call
of
Father
protecting history.
Time.
Dr. Cole is a fanatic about this. It's one of the reasons we call him the Father of Time. He knew changing history would be dangerous. Yet, the goals of discovery and history form the prime
Oh, this is
objective of
hilarious.
Chronotech. Keeping that in mind, there have been some very disquieting developments. First, Dr. Cole is missing. I fear the very Father of Time is lost somewhere, sometime out there. Second, we are identifying certain historical events out of place, and certain people being
I
put
will be
somewhere
sent to the
behind.
darkest of
We
days.
discover new anomalies every day, and we can't find the cause
Did they
of this
straight up do a
eruption.
title drop?
I
No.
can explain neither
I'm-
Dr.
Oh,
Cole's
okay.
absence
I'm inferring,
nor the
though.
changes we've been seeing, but I have a strong hunch there
Gonna
will
be honest, kinda wish they just did a title drop.
That's where you
Step into the portal
Really hammer home the quality they're aiming for
and
here.
meet Agent Dexter.
You are the perfect candidate to help out.
Where's the
cause.
time
I'm
portal?
sure
I assume this is going to be the time portal. Oh yeah, check out this map.
Isn't there a dumb explanation for why your map is the way it is?
I don't know.
I feel like...
I don't
know,
think
maybe
there
I'm totally
is.
wrong.
All I remember from the Giant Bomb thing was why in the future would I have a map like this?
I guess you're the fucking new guy, huh?
I mean,
You got
it's
some work
clearly
to
like
do,
some
and
kind
I
of
think you should
futuristic
start with some
digi
weapons
map
training.
thing.
Things are a bit different these days.
Because it's showing you moving around in real time on the map.
But it's also
It's-
folded up like a piece of paper.
Well, yeah, it's future digital paper. It's like a foldable, like, tablet screen.
I only carry 2 guns.
Weapons training.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite part of the video game. Shoot.
Okay, so I have a serious question.
Alright.
The idea here is they're going to give you the period-appropriate weapons for the time you're going to.
Yes.
So why did a spaceman jump through a time bubble at you?
He didn't have any weapons.
But why was he dressed like a spaceman? Shouldn't they have given him, like, a period-appropriate uniform to come back and snag you covertly? Instead of teleporting into the middle of a bunch of, like, Native Americans and soldiers in a time bubble? In a fucking, like, Soviet-era spacesuit-looking thing? Motherfucker looked like the Fury.
Did I not? Oh. Oh, I should probably shoot this guy.
Well done.
Shoot the Time Man.
Right idea. For a quick reload, fire again when it flashes green. If you miss it, your weapon jams.
I also want to point out that
Put that to work.
Dexter
Take out
and
that sword.
the on-screen tooltip gave different controls.
That's a good sign. Shows everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
How many targets you knock down, you ain't winning the big stuff, buddy.
You ain't winning the big stuffed bunny. Now we do grenade training. Whoop. Jesus.
They can throw 'em at you, too. We might run. All right, son.
Oops.
All right, let's get you checked out on the map system. Bring up your map and take a look. The icon indicates your location. Some circles
Check out
are
this
your
map.
objectives. Enemy locations, when we know where they are marked in red.
Check out this cannon.
Yeah. Check out the part where it's really hard to read the subtitles when the map is up.
Sign of a top-notch production.
Oh yeah.
There are certain people that need to survive. They'll be
There are certain people that need to survive. They're they're crackling with sexual energy.
Time juice.
just don't kill 'em. There's another way to take out the Blue Order. A new experimental weapon called Chasers.
Press right trigger to throw chasers.
Knocking them unconscious, taking them out.
See, the problem I have is I like the idea of this, like the basic premise of the game's plot. I like, but man, is it a terrible game.
Yeah.
I like the idea of you are now a time cop who has to go back and like protect various people through history.
He's gonna try to keep me from making the big stupid.
Get ready for war, son.
What is the big stupid?
Killing a
Is
man
that
who's
killing Hitler?
killing a man who's crackling with sexual energy.
Okay. So I feel like if they really wanted to, like, you know, hammer the point of this game home, there would be a mission where you have to go save
Yes,
Hitler.
ma'am. I ran his rear through the gear.
Because, like, you know, time's gotta be the way it
After
is.
consulting with the Chronotech,
It's like, yeah, you don't always like the people you have to go
I've
time
isolated two
rescue.
individuals in immediate danger. Joseph Welch.
I'm saying don't do this plot if you're not willing to commit.
The United States Civil War. He's supposed to be away from the action, working as a supply clerk, but he's suddenly been moved to the front lines. Our other target is Captain Petrovich, a Russian officer in World War I. He and his troops should stay together through the war, but they're now in the path of a crushing German counterattack at Tannenberg. If either Welsh or
So I guess we
Petrovich
go
makes an
to
untimely end,
either
the repercussions could be
Civil
far-reaching.
War or
Rescue
World
them
War
from their
One.
current crisis, and our reintegration team will get them back to their time period.
I mean, I feel like,
Dexter, have you prepared
is it dumb to say you
mission
should probably do this in
Yes,
chronological
ma'am.
order?
I've prepared
Probably.
mission strategies and maps and loaded them to the view screen up there.
Then I'll leave both of you to your business and look forward to your successful return.
Well, you got a choice to make. Where are we going?
For the record, while you partake in stupid time travel based warfare, I'm doing the same thing. So I found a cheap copy of Warriors Orochi 3. Just over here doing my Dynasty Warriors thing through
Yeah.
time.
Actually, it seems like it's steering me towards World War One
This is
first.
during the opening days of
Yeah.
World War One at Tannen.
Let's do
You've
World
just
War
got to work
One.
your way back through
Yeah.
time. All that mission is called Night Moves. You don't want to do Night Moves?
I don't think I want to do night moves.
Why not? What's wrong with it?
I don't know, but like, I will give this game, you know, I will tell this game, this is the good shit. Or it's such good shit. It's you all day. This time bubble texture material is actually like not bad.
Yeah, it's a pretty time bubble, I'm not gonna lie.
When you get in it, it's
What year was this made?
2009.
Okay, I was gonna say it was impressive for the time, but I'm taking it back.
If I'd said 07, would you say it was impressive for the time?
Maybe slightly more. Like, that looks I would be impressed if that was like 04.
I don't think the 360 was out in 04.
Yeah, well, this doesn't look like a 360 game, so, you know.
Trench warfare.
The Art of Surrender. Oh, you said trench warfare. I thought you said French warfare.
Why
Very
would-
confused.
Why?
Well, you know, France was in World War One.
Not true.
Everybody was, mostly.
That's why they call it a world war.
Everybody who mattered was in World War One.
Oh, frame rate.
By the way, did I ever tell you my hilarious World War One related factoid that I learned from that disaster podcast
No.
relating
it's
to the Spanish flu?
Oh,
Which was, do you know why it's called the Spanish flu?
because it originated in Spain.
Nope.
Great.
It's because Spain actually was not in the war in World War One, and the Spanish flu was everywhere in the world, fucking everyone's populations up super hard with a crazy high mortality rate. So every other country was just not talking about it because they didn't want to lower morale because they were in the middle of a war. And then Spain was like, hey, have you guys noticed this fucking insanely deadly flu? So they were the only country actively reporting on it and talking about it, so they got blamed for it. It became the Spanish flu because everyone said, oh, they're only reporting it in France, it must have come from there. Or in Spain,
Spain.
rather, sorry.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious and also depressing. It's depressing because just think of the idea of, like, massive amounts of your population are dying from the Spanish flu, and you're like, but let's not talk about it because we need soldiers. And that might, like, telling people about the horrifying Spanish flu mortality rates might make them not want to go die in the trenches for us.
Why can't I shoot the balls at this man who's crackling with yellow sexual energy?
I mean, you know what yellow energy means? Is that the color you're supposed to protect?
Yeah, that's the.
What if yellow energy means you're supposed to kill this man?
Well, no, because that's the Petrovich guy that I'm supposed to protect.
Okay, well maybe you've got to protect him first, and then after the siege, then you can throw the time juice at him.
But it'd be so much easier if I could just throw the
It
time
would be,
juice.
wouldn't it? It would be.
Throw the time balls at him.
You have to wait until after this turret sequence to sprinkle your, like, time confetti on him. We need a good name for the time balls.
I mean, they're the chasers. According to the video game. Where am I going? That way.
Wait, where did he go?
I didn't.
This path is
I thought he died for a second because you turned to the camera, and then when I looked back, he was just gone.
Don't even worry about
Well,
it.
it's a good thing that attack stopped in time for you to go chase him down.
Yeah. I want to just throw out that holding the back button to pull up the map is incredibly awkward. Oh, there he is.
Holding buttons down in general, unless it's like a trigger or something like that, is generally kind of awkward.
Are you friendly? Yes. I'm gonna go with yes, these people are friendly.
How can you tell, though?
'Cause they didn't shoot at me.
That's probably a good sign.
Also, they have little Russian hats, and I think we want to fight the people with the little spiky German hats.
Let's help out our Russian brothers.
Alright. We must repel the German attack from the glorious Mother Russia. I can't. Maybe that this video game may not be very good.
taught you well.
I don't want to blow your mind or anything,
Uh-huh.
but it's very hard to see people in brown uniforms on brown backgrounds.
No, that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, if you were in a war, wouldn't you want to wear something that blended in?
I mean,
so you were
yes.
harder to spot and therefore shoot? Or are you
This-
hating on this game for its realism, TFT?
It's like Sonic 06, I think.
Yeah.
Darkest of Days and Sonic 06 of realistic war shooters.
I'm just trying to think of a way now for Darkest of Days to tie into the Sonic movie plot. I mean, there's some kind of dimensional travel involved. Maybe somebody threw the time balls on Sonic.
The doctor who they mentioned as like the father of time or whatever is Jim Carrey.
Yeah, you don't know. You haven't seen him. Maybe you're gonna see him and he's gonna have a giant crazy mustache. And so you'll be like, oh shit.
No, but we did see him because he showed
Oh.
up in the beginning.
I missed him.
on like billboards. On the crazy curve, on Matt Rory's monitor, on the big curved screen. Excuse me.
Have you ever used a big dumb curved screen?
I'm not.
Not a fan of the curved screen?
I mean, like, I've seen them in,
Nice shooting. You weren't running.
whatever, Dexter. I was standing here this whole time.
Ah, shit. I was hoping we didn't run into this.
Like, I've seen them at
Buster gas.
stores.
Put on your gas mask. It's hanging from your belt.
What?
This is our chance to get out of here.
Oh, this looks so... Why? Why would
Anything
you...
else you should be looking for in particular here?
It's very hard to miss. Why would you do it this way?
Oh. God, they stuck a prop on you. Are you running around with one eye closed?
No, it's off-center. Okay,
No,
now
that's what I mean. Why is it off center? It's like you're only looking through your right eye.
I don't know. It would make more sense if I was only looking through my right eye, because then the left eye hole wouldn't be there, and it'd just be clear.
Well, it's a loose fitting gap. Oh, the bit where you pulled out your map with the gas mask might have been my favorite thing I've ever seen today, at least. Oh, that was amazing. Just a terrible map that's hard to read in the first place with a gas mask blocking just a giant section. Ah. Auras.
Yeah. I'm glad that apparently... Oh, I guess that guy's leg. He got shot in
Why
the
do some
leg,
people
so-
have a yellow aura and some people have the blue aura?
Yellow aura means they're your mission objective. Blue aura just means don't kill
That
them.
guy's fucking dead, TFP.
No, he got shot in the leg.
He's... I'm pretty sure he's dead.
No, he got shot in the leg.
Okay. Then why did all the time balls go over his head when he threw them the first time?
Don't even worry about it. Hold on, I gotta suck up my balls.
It's important to do that before you move to the next area.
Yeah.
I just want like one of those little text warning things of like must collect balls before moving to next area. The old RPG things like must gather party.
Yep.
Okay, so what did the time balls do when they hit a guy?
Zap them with time energy and whisk them away.
Did the person do they actually disappear or do they just fall on the ground?
No, they just fall on the ground.
Okay.
Like
so
they're
how is that
dead.
supposed to keep them alive? Because now these people are unconscious in the middle of a battlefield. Seems like a bad place to be if you're trying to stay alive. Like, it seems almost vital, in fact, to be conscious for the battle.
You've whisked their soul away, so they're
Okay.
like, hey, are you Russian or German? Hey. Hey, you're like gigantic. Where am I going? This way. Oh man.
Hmm.
Atta boy, soldier. Pick your shit up quick.
Just having a moment here. Just looking at this skybox and going, I love Unreal 3, even though this wasn't made on Unreal 3. What? Physics! Ow. I want to point out that Dexter is saying, like, get up the hill, but we're going downhill. There goes your warrior Orochi.
Alright. So, the third game is fun because the plot... The third game starts off... Actually, you may have played some of the
I
first game,
think I
don't
played a
remember.
little bit of the third game.
The third game starts with everyone is dead except for like 3 characters.
Yeah.
And then a lady shows up and is like, you guys fucked up, we need to go back in time and fix this. So then the whole plot is everyone going back in time to save everyone else's lives, so that you can then go and actually, win the game. So that you have more than 3 characters. So it's actually kind of like a weird, fun plot of just like constantly time hopping.
Why is this tree such a different color than the rest of the environment?
Because that tree's from a different time.
Oh, shit. I gotta go in and shoot my time balls at him.
So the reason I like the plot in this game, outside of just I'm apparently a fan of stupid time travel, is the way the time travel starts piling up of like, it makes sense at first because the characters are like, alright, so we're gonna go back in time and change events so that certain people don't die at these certain battles. But it's like, okay, we went back in time and saved these 2 guys. Wait, hold on.
Come on, let's blow this pop stand.
Who's that guy?
That's that Petrovich guy.
Okay. Why did he have a Hitler mustache?
Because he's Russian. I don't know.
Anyways. So the way the dumb time travel plotline stacks up in this, of like, alright, we went back, we saved these 2 guys, but guy number 3 didn't make it. We couldn't save him even with time travel. So what do? Well, what if we time travel to this other place and get catapults? And we bring those forward to this battle so that we can blow open this wall and get to and reinforce him faster. Alright, this sounds like a plan. Let's go back and have this battle and get these catapults. While we're there, we saved this other character from mind control. They're gonna pretend to still be mind controlled so that they can show up in a later battle that we've already done, but if we go back and redo it now, that character's now a double agent, because we saved them earlier in history. And then cut to like a bunch of side characters who've already been rescued, going, it's good that we got rescued. What if we time traveled back to when we got rescued and just did it ourselves so that other people could be doing other things at that point in time? So you just get this weird fucking pileup of like every side character has these weird bonus missions of just time travel nonsense they want to get done. And it's like everyone in the mission is just constantly abusing time travel for nonsense. It's fun.
It's breaking my head here a little bit.
How
Also,
is your
apparently
time
you
travel?
don't even have to not kill them. If you the not killing them gets you more upgrade points. So it
Oh, okay. As long as you time bubble them, it's fine.
No,
No?
just even if you
Oh, the
accidentally
blue, you're
kill,
saying the blue people aren't required.
yes, they're just bonuses. They get you more upgrade points. So
Tannenberg is
in my off time, I've been playing a other video game
Yeah.
where, let's say, Y is jump and A is interact. So every
And this is
time,
getting very confusing for you, I'm assuming?
no, it's just funny because this is exactly the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I've been trying to interact with something, I've just been jumping at it. I don't like this mission objective.
What's the mission objective?
Acquire shotgun.
Shotguns aren't so bad.
Yeah, but these
Keep an
are
open mind.
World War One shotguns. Oh, that's not a friend.
Yeah, they probably suck, but so does every other weapon in World War One, so you're on even footing.
It's my melee button. I know there's a melee in this game. Oh, no, that's grenade. That's reload. Oh, yeah. Right bumper melee. There, whoop. Eh. Sir.
Yes. What are you doing?
I'm staring in the dead, lifeless eyes of a German soldier. Oh, God! Eh. Ow! Stop shooting me. No. Shit.
This seems like it's going well.
Yeah. I should have maybe done better. And not, like, dicked around staring at, you know.
You should not have stared at your kill.
Yeah. Oh shit. My man needs to get zapped. Man, the fuses on grenades in this game are something. And by something I mean
Bad.
really long for inexplicable reasons. Excuse me.
But an important question though, would you rather have the grenade fuse be way too long or way too short?
I'd rather it be way too short. In a video game.
Yeah.
Let me addend that real quick.
I kind of figured that one without saying, but smart to go ahead and just make that clear.
Like, I'm gonna be super honest, in most video games that give me the option for grenades that explode on contact, like, that's what I go with, generally.
Yeah, makes sense. What about, like, Halo-style sticky grenades, though?
Those are okay. Basically, anything that makes grenades bounce less, I'm down with. Well, now I have a shotgun. What?
How even?
Yeah, I don't know either.
No,
Where?
sorry. I summoned a horse, and the horse appeared in, like, an aqueduct that I don't even think I can get to.
Nice.
The horse is confused. There we go. Thanks for coming back, horse.
He's just horsing around.
Ugh.
Yeah. Why are there so many people?
Alright, what guest character is gonna pop out of this time rift?
Stop shooting me.
Oh, he's got an adorable little fox.
Is that a Samurai Warriors man or a Dynasty Warriors man?
I think he might be from something else. He might be one of the original for this game mans, because he's like a magician.
Oh, Jesus.
How's it going, buddy?
It's Artist of Days.
Yeah. Aren't you glad you decided to play this?
Oh, yeah.
Use your ancient shotgun.
I'm trying. I'm trying really hard to use it. Oh, Jesus Christ. This texture is... Not that way. How do I get up there? Oh, there we go. It was a real fun time walking through the river. Time travel makes your bones very dense, but it just increases your lung capacity like a lot. Oh shit. How do I get down there? Sir. Sir, your gun's in a rock. God. What a great idea this was. Make me mad.
You could always still back out.
I mean, I could.
Cowardice is always an option.
But I think what I looked up of the ending of this game, like, people need
Do
to
you want
know.
to just see a crazy ending?
It's not that it's crazy.
Okay. Is it really good?
No.
Super well written?
No.
Prophetic?
Mm-mm.
What does the ending have going?
What? Serv was involved, apparently.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm glad you know exactly what that means when I say that.
There's really nothing else it could mean. There's exactly one... Well, there's two places to go with that, and one is way more likely, considering the context of the game. It's either that thing I'm pretty sure we're both talking about, or you go back in time and save the guy who invented tentacle porn. One of the two.
It's definitely more likely that it's the one that we were talking, that you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is maybe involved.
How involved? Are we talking like a full level?
No. Just related to the game's plot. Like, you're not...
Okay.
I got shot in a cutscene.
Maybe leaving the Germans right here wasn't the best idea. So much for my superior mission planning skills, huh?
I mean, last time you got arrowed in the dick in a cutscene, so...
That's true.
It seems like an improvement, really.
Also, I just want to point out this game does the control thing that I don't like. And
Oh?
let me check and make sure there's no way to change it.
Which control thing?
crouch being like a button on a toggle.
Oh, like you have to hold it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But hopefully you won't have to well, no, wait. It's cover shooter. And in Trench Warfare, you're going to have to crouch a lot. Holy shit, the ball's on that guy just standing on top of the trench.
Yeah. Oh, sir. Sir, that is inappropriate. Speaking of the balls on people, the balls on these Germans for just running into the trench with all the Russians in it.
I mean, that's Trench Warfare in a nutshell.
Yeah, but there's like one German dude. Like,
And he's gonna do it.
he is not Alvin C. York up in here.
Whatever, he's gonna Audie Murphy this shit. You guys don't stand a chance.
Oh, make mad, this frame rate is
What?
like we're getting
This is
up,
how it was.
we're getting upwards of 7.
If you've never seen old World War I footage, this is just how it was back in the day.
Just upwards of 7 frames per second.
It's all you could afford with all those guns going off. Took up a lot of power. Didn't have the servers for it yet.
I almost feel like it's worth like jamming the gun as soon as the reload prompt pops up, because it seems like it's going to be faster.
Than doing the active reload.
Yeah.
Might be. Because it takes a while for it to go back around. And that'll know how much faster the actual correct reload is. They give you a handgun too, right?
Sometimes. I swapped out my handgun for the shotgun because I wanted to keep the rifle.
I feel like the handgun might be better, or other weapon aside from bolts action rifle might be better here.
At the time, it was working out pretty okay, but then when all the Germans...
Then people got in the trench.
Yeah,
That's when I feel like the shotgun might have worked better.
probably. But now they're all running away because we did super good and we murdered all of them.
Nice.
Except for the ones that are running away.
Those Germans just keep coming, and the best way to overcome a numerical advantage is vastly superior firepower. I advise you to unleash its righteous fury on the battleground, preferably the German side.
What is this?
Yeah?
Way to keep the guns, like, era appropriate, guys. The frame rate!
Did you guys just steal this from the Time Armory?
I guess.
It seems like this thing, you're taking a lot of hits for a man with a future gun.
I don't know how to aim the future gun.
I don't think you really have to.
But the rocket. What?
I think that, like, I think if you just spray it around wildly, it'll just find its way. Spray it in the direction of Germany. All you failed.
I did. That was not a screen I was expecting to see.
Alright, question.
Yeah, it's up.
So, the time machine system mother, or whatever,
Yeah.
apparently determined that the best people to use for its time travel missions were people from throughout time who died in the military and went missing in action and nobody knows what happened.
Yes.
Doesn't that just mean that they went missing in battle and nobody knows what happened to them because the thing time traveled back and grabbed them? They're only missing in action because somebody time traveled and got them. If the time travel works the way it does, where like it's one timeline and you change it, then they were always snagged by time travel. Via time travel, rather.
I'm just dumping. That seems... Your strategy of just dump seems to have worked out, but also, like, the particle emitters are dying.
Well, that's fine, as long as you're not dying.
What?
Sacrifice the frame rate for more time on the clock.
I want to point out that, like, you said, as long as you're not dying. I was like, yeah, and then immediately, like, 12 of the rockets just came back around to me.
Alright, give me that. Can't have just anybody get their dick beaters on. We're done at these trenches. Join up with that
Do you have any other guns, or is this the only one?
I had my rifle.
Okay. I was curious because this thing seemed wildly destructive and like a really easy way to murder yourself.
And now Dexter has taken it away from me.
Rude.
And not given me back, like, the shotgun that I had.
It's incredibly rude.
Also, I'm gonna be, like, super honest.
Mm-hmm.
This map just looks like the Civil War map from a quick look.
Gotta get out of here. Follow me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also, other time people are shooting at me.
Rude. Is that why you busted out your big time gun?
No.
Because they were time gunning at you?
No, we busted out the big time gun because the Germans were gonna win.
How did you guys fuck up the war so badly?
That's a great question.
Dexter, I've just reviewed your mission report. I can't believe this. A direct intervention by unknowns.
A direct
trying to
intervention
change
by
history?
unknowns trying to change
I
history.
can't. There's
There's no
for this.
precedent.
And you say your weapons just bounce right off them?
Who are these
We must
interlopers?
find out. I'll have the team here find out what they can. In the meantime, we should stay out of World War I. Concentrate on Welsh and bring him back.
All right, we're staying out of World War One.
You'd think with all this fighting we'd get a little futuristic R&R.
There we go.
Send it. Alright, I got good...
All right, onward to the Civil War. You know, there aren't a lot of Civil War video games.
Yeah. I wonder why. Too political?
Maybe.
Like, World War II is easy because everyone unanimously agrees the Germans were the bad guys, including the Germans. But if you go to the Civil War, then you're gonna, like, people will be upset at you portraying certain people badly, maybe.
Warm up. Gather around now.
Potentially.
Y'all are gonna scout through the swamp, at least up to the road. Patrol 1, head along the north ridge. 2 and 3, you're taking the southern route. Rest of you boys just head on down the middle. It's gonna be tough to spot those.
You
breaks.
guys are just gonna do the Philip Fulmer. Just go right on up the middle. Whoop. The autosave happened, and then the game hung for like a second, and I was like, uh-oh. This is the mission from the Quick Look, I believe, correct?
Yeah, the first Civil War thing, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep doing this, because this is now funny to me. I'm a soldier! Oops, that's not the map button. I'm a soldier. Meow. Oh, okay, yeah, you're not.
Mm.
There were people running up on me, and I was like, "Are they my friends?" And then they shot me. So the answer
So
to that
no.
is no.
Or maybe yes, and they just wanted you to stop.
They're my friend. They're not my character's friends, but they are my friends.
Yeah.
Oops. That's incredibly the wrong button. I'm gonna be honest, I'm still kind of reeling from the idea that this game was made in Iowa. Like,
I mean, I can't think of anything else made in Iowa, so...
yeah, but like, look at this. Like, if you had told me, like,
There's reps heading down the road.
Slovakia, I'd have been like, yeah, okay.
Oh man, my cousin... Someone was using, like, my cousin's grandfather's Facebook account and tried to do one of those stupid scam things. They convince people to give them money.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever was doing that scam thing was very clearly not a native English speaker. Because they were just, well, yeah, just butchering the grammar and everything. It sounded vaguely like you would expect from, say, a former Soviet republic or something. It was rough. So we had to get in touch with his grandpa and let him know that, yes, somebody was trying to use his Facebook thing for a scam. Which is rude, really.
Yeah. I gotta reach the gully.
Sorry, now I'm just thinking about Fern Gully. Did you ever see Fern Gully?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's a surprisingly good movie from what I remember.
Yeah.
Had Robin Williams, had Tim Curry.
Yep.
Tim Curry sings and he's evil. It's like a sexy sludge monster thing. It's weird.
Ow.
Look at that.
Now, let's try and do this. Well, no other way but through.
Someone is shooting you a lot.
Yeah. I kind of just ignored them.
Hey, if it works.
Well, boys, frying pan.
Imagine, like, what the dude Like, the people who see Time Travel Man and just, like, he pulls out a bunch of balls.
Like, how are they justifying that to themselves?
Yeah,
Having no context for whatever you're doing?
yeah. Oh, I think that guy died. Also, secondary question, why don't we just use the balls for everyone?
Why would you? Because other people don't need to live.
Yeah, but it's so much easier. Because you don't have to aim. They just go.
Maybe the timeline is relying on you destroying those people. That's how it was always supposed to be.
Be the last of them.
Wait, where am I? Okay. I feel like a lot of this game is, wait, where am I going? Oh, okay. This checks out. Who shot me? Who did this? Where am I going? Because I think this is where I started. It's a bad checkpoint. Let's try continuing to go forward. This seems accurate. Go in the direction of the savings. And by savings, I mean the save. When it auto
You need to
saves.
save.
Do what?
The people you need to save.
No. Go in the direction where auto saves happen.
Oh, well, yeah, that probably works.
That's a lot of Confederate soldiers. I really think I'm putting, like, the people's souls in my time ball, and that's saving them from the rest of the battle. Or something? I don't
I
know.
mean, sure, why not? Makes as much sense as anything else.
That's very true. Tarnation! These horror sons just keep coming.
Nobody uses the word tarnation anymore. Well, it is the Civil War, I guess.
It's the Civil War, but also I thought I was on the Union side. Sir.
Why would that make a difference?
I don't know, I always assumed tarnation is a southern thing.
I mean, people in the South were also on the Union side.
Yeah, it's true.
Brother against brother, man. Just because you were in the South doesn't mean you were a horrible racist yet. Be God. Way to generalize.
I generalize as someone in the South. Okay. Sometimes... There's no good way to phrase this. Sometimes I can't suck the balls up good, and they just fly around me.
Try harder.
I'm trying as hard as I can. My mouth just isn't that big. I mean, my hand just isn't that big. Oh, the frame rate got really good all of a sudden. When you look at the ceiling, it's like... Okay. Solid 30 frames per second. When there's no people or particles or animations. I only have one ball left. I'm like Lance Armstrong up in here. That was a bad joke.
Could have been worse.
I have one ball and yet two people.
It was fairly inaccurate, though, because, I mean, whenever Debate told him to do something, he did it. He didn't fuck up nearly as much as you, is what I'm saying here. Granted, he was also on performance-enhancing drugs. So,
That's true.
I saw a hilarious documentary about that on Netflix forever ago.
About Lance Armstrong on performance enhancing
It was
drugs?
doping in the sport in general, but Lance Armstrong was included because, of course.
Oh, shit. Okay, the gun jam animation for the revolver is hilarious. Because he just, like, bangs the barrel, like, a few times. And then doesn't flip the front up.
What game was it that had those, like, super rare, really ridiculous reload animations?
Oh, Battlefield Hardline.
Okay. Those were good. I like
Yes.
those. I wish more games had things like that.
I thought you were going to talk about, have you heard of the game Receiver?
No.
So
This is unfamiliar anyways.
it's from the people who did Lugaroo. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but like the weird Kung Fu Bunny game.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a game jam game. But the idea was that it was a hyper-realistic reload first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you had to actually... There were buttons for each aspect of the reload you had to do. So, like, for the revolver, there was a button to flip the barrel out, a button to clear the thing, and, like, not all the bullets would come out the first time, so you had to do that a couple times.
I like that concept of frustrating realism.
Yeah.
My cousin is always talking about his desire for, like, some kind of strategy game that actually takes into account all the terribly boring parts of warfare, like logistics and whatnot. supply lines and all that junk. Which is funny because there was also some game he mentioned where his army ended up losing a war because he forgot to tell his soldiers to equip shoes, so their morale was terrible.
I'm going the wrong way. I mean, to be fair, my morale would be pretty bad if I had to fight a war without shoes.
Yeah, but also, would you need someone to tell you to wear shoes?
I mean, probably not. Sorry, Commander didn't say you could wear shoes. Did he say I couldn't? No. But, you know, better to err on the side of caution.
Probably.
I've never heard that turn of phrase before either. Sounds like a rhubarb happening up ahead.
Yeah, never heard that one.
What? Guy popped out from under the bridge like he was a troll. It's like, I'm here too.
I mean, hey, what better place to be in a war? Nobody expects the bridge troll. Like, if I was in a war and it's like, yeah, I just want to survive to the end of this battle, sure, I'll head under a bridge. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe the follow-up to that is don't run at the people who have killed all your comrades after all your comrades have died.
Element of surprise.
Why are there so many people with the bluey with the time sexual energy?
Because these guys clearly all won and therefore should live.
But I used all my balls.
Well, that's a problem for them then, isn't it?
It really.
Online's just gonna have to suck it.
Alternately, I can just run around them. These are friends. I can tell because they're wearing blue. Actually, I think the country that if you had told me that this game was from this country, and like I would have been like, oh yeah, no, totally. It would be something like, oh yeah, this game was developed in like Liechtenstein.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like not quite Eastern Bloc, but like almost Eastern Bloc, you know? But yeah, Iowa.
Yeah, like, I would have bought this from anywhere in that area, probably. Like, there's a few things about it that look too impressive to just be from, like, some total, like, just garbage place, but...
But, like,
again, the time bubble looks good.
But we knew it was a long shot.
I think that's why I wouldn't say like this game came from Croatia, because like
those people have no standards.
No, because like Croatia has good game developers.
Oh, I don't know.
Like the Serious Sam and the Talos Principle. are Croatian. So it's like,
Okay.
I got a tip for you. If you get back to your own time,
I would believe that those are like good games.
this is going to be an
You're
old-fashioned.
saying this is like a mid-tier Eastern Bloc?
Yeah.
Some country that didn't completely fall apart, but also is not doing great?
Yeah. I like the Ken Burns letter, even though this was before Ken Burns. Probably not before Ken Burns, because like Ken Burns is kind of old, but you know,
I still need to actually watch that,
Civil War.
his
one.
actual Civil War documentary. Because, man, the Vietnam War documentary was fantastic.
Dearest Martha, the war rages on. The commander said we couldn't wear shoes. Morale is harsh.
Well, more accurately, he just didn't say you could. There's no confirmation on this shoe situation, one way or the other.
Either way,
It's the uncertainty that gets to you.
yeah. Like, I'm not. By the way, I'm not controlling this.
What is happening then?
I'm just moonwalking in this cornfield.
As you do,
Yeah.
as was the style at the time.
This was the stuff. You don't want to see the thing coming at you.
I mean, if everybody was, again, you know, Civil War, so it's not the right time anyways. But if everybody had been moonwalking in those D-Day landers, would have had nearly as much time to be afraid.
Again, like I'm setting this controller down. Oh God! This is the dumbest.
I don't know. A lot of dumb shit's happened. Oh, this is like that bit in Vanquish. Remember with the robots coming out of the grass? It's just like that.
No.
It's just like it. Pretty much one-to-one here.
I'm afraid I can't. Not a thing.
It's the same thing. It's you and all your guys are lined up, and they're lined up over there in the cornfield.
Yeah, but I can't do 6 slides, so.
I mean, that's true. Well, in Vanquish, you couldn't throw time balls.
Also, we're being very good Union soldiers and running the F away. Whoop. Ow. Rude.
They're coming up the road. Stand your ground, men. Stop them. We're keeping this house. Stop them at the front gate.
We're keeping this house. It is not your. It's not our house, but it's also not your house. That's a Union guy.
nasty
Well,
shit
Dex.
out there, huh? Isn't it great to fight at the Battle of Antietam, seeing how you missed it the first time around?
Not really,
Yes,
Dex.
you can thank me later. Take this gun and engage in some numerical adjustment out there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Agent Dex just gave me like a fucking modern day assault rifle to go shoot
Is
some
this just a
Confederates
running
with.
theme? Is that he's just going to constantly have you cheat?
Maybe.
Go back in time, and this guy's like, hey, by the way, let's just cheat. Oh man, what if the big twist reveal is that you've actually been fucking up time this whole time?
Oh man.
And your organization is here to fuck up time. Maybe in the original timeline, the Confederates won until you show up with an assault rifle.
Did I really fuck up time in that case?
Well, fuck up time in terms of changed time. Fucked up in terms of deviated from its original course. Not fucked up in terms... I'm not making a moral judgment when I use the term fucked up. You can fuck something up and it turns out better.
Also, I don't think a dude showing up on the Union side with a modern day assault rifle would have really changed the tide of the Civil War that much.
I don't know, it's changing the tide of this battle. With your fancy regenerating health and your modern assault rifle. Also, how is no one noticing your super gun?
It's the same reason they don't notice the balls. It's just like
Weirdness filter?
yeah, I'm part of the masquerade over here.
Got him on the run! Chase him down!
Like, man, that guy just reloads really fast. He's the best reloader we got. He just shoots and doesn't stop, it seems.
There's a tabletop RPG I picked up the rules for recently called City of Mist that has a really fun system along those lines. Of just, yeah, if you explode something with like a fireball, people will probably just assume gas leak. Just assume that everyone will think of a reasonable explanation for whatever happens up to a point. Like, if you summon a monster and it eats someone in the street, it's like, holy shit, did you see that escaped tiger from the zoo? That was crazy.
Would like my modern day regenerating health to kick in a little bit, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, just frame rates. Look at all of these corpses.
Got him on the run! Chase him down! I hear we're making a push to take that Dunker Church. I ain't keen on dying in this cornfield, so why don't we head up?
Can't. Again, very hard to see people dressed in like gray but like mud stains, so it's like a really desaturated tan almost. In a cornfield.
I mean, if you were on the other side, you'd be fighting people wearing blue.
Yeah,
Easier.
yeah, it would.
But, you know, then you'd be on the other side. Which
That'd
is
be-
less good.
That'd be less than ideal.
I do want to see, like, the version of this game that covers all of the less cool days in the time cop job, though.
Not the darkest of days, just like the...
I mean, Darkest of Days would be a great name for that game, right? Where you have to go back in time and it's like, no, you gotta make sure nobody goes into this book depository on this day. It's very important. We need you over here on the grassy knoll. It's like, yes, you need to have a drink with this limo driver. That's how this has gotta go. Oh god. Because, you know, realistically, if you're a time cop, there are gonna be days that suck when you're preserving the natural timeline. It's like, yeah, no, it's time to save Hitler from assassination for the 15th time.
Oh, man.
Because if he dies from assassination, you get Mecha Hitler, and then that's another problem. Can't have that again.
I came into Hitler and Blitztank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's all pretty great here. I was discussing because he's playing the Darkest of Days over here, being a super time cop fighting in the Civil War and all that. And I was commenting on how I would really like to see the game that covers, like, the way worse days of being a time cop, where you have to, like, preserve the bad historical events.
Nice. So is this the one where you have the super shiny map and there was the guy standing in the fire?
Yes.
Awesome.
That is this one.
Yep. Moon landing to make sure history is preserved.
As you can tell by this awesome map from the future.
Gotta go in and throw these green balls around.
Yeah.
It's very important. Man,
But some people are more important than others when it comes to the time.
why don't I get a horse? Whoop.
Gotta go in and stop Big Boss from creating a time paradox.
Oh shit, evil time dudes.
You've got to go make sure that memo about the Pearl Harbor attacks gets thrown away.
What are these demons?
We fighting time monsters now?
No, it's the same space dudes from World War One, but
But yeah, like, people should have a weirder reaction to all the nonsense that is happening due to your fucking time travel bullshit.
And I'm thinking of the Mystery Science Theater parodied Time Chasers, I think it was called. Where they went back to the revolutionary days and machine gunned some dudes.
I went back to the
Yeah,
Civil
he was using an
War
assault rifle
and-
earlier in the
yeah.
fucking Battle of Antietam.
I'm so relieved.
And
you
then also had a
located
weird,
that.
crazy space
Those
rocket
strange
launcher
intruders are
in
quickly
World War
becoming our
One.
overriding problem. We simply can't do anything else.
Oh
until we come up
yeah,
with a way to
that's a
deal with
good
them.
map.
I believe we'll need to capture one of these strangers, and I am tasking you and Dexter to get that done. It's up to you how.
Very useful.
I got a tip for you. You get back to your own time, buy stock, and sell it all in September of
Come on.
1929.
There we go. This mission is
Check out
called
my eyes
Those
in
agents,
super wide resolution.
call 'em
called The
Wide
Trap.
aspect ratio, rather.
Check out my eyes
That
on
map.
Matt Rory's monitor. I just noticed it totally does say prototype map up in the top corner.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
crazy future map.
It's a folded up piece of paper.
It's a folded up digital piece of paper with like a tablet display.
It's like a Kindle.
Yeah, but
But
it's
like
a
like an
paper-thin
original
foldable
Kindle.
A weirdly
Yeah.
shiny Kindle.
Yeah, no, this is cool. I want this technology. You could put it on your clothes and you could just like hit a button in your clothes, change to display something else, like a terrible map.
You hit a button in your clothes change to display something else, and then you become Detroit Become Human.
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say
the best David Cage game.
I was gonna say Psychopaths.
Yeah, the two.
Psychopaths had the hollow clothes and the hollow room decor, and the dystopian future that wasn't as bad as Detroit. I mean, like, not as badly done as Detroit.
Should I watch Psychopaths?
I liked Psychopaths.
All
It's
right,
not like
this is
the
the
greatest
spot.
anime ever,
We're gonna
but I
need to
enjoyed
lead
it.
'em here. Right now,
Second
let's
season
head up
not as
there
good
and
as the
take a look
first,
around.
but the first season was like 26 episodes, so there's plenty there anyway.
I think I have the PS4 game because they gave it away at some point.
I have no idea how good the mandatory happiness is, but apparently it's happiness.
Yeah. I mean, and it is mandatory. It's like that Weird Al album.
Which one?
Mandatory Fun, I believe, is the Weird Al album.
Gosh, yeah, I kind of stopped following Weird Al albums after Running with Scissors, which was also the only Weird Al album I have.
Yeah, this looks good. I'll be able to cover
I'm not
you
saying
up
Weird Al
around
got
here if
bad
you
or
stick to
anything,
the
I'm just saying I
ravines on your
stopped
way back.
paying
Take a
attention to
good
Weird
look
Al.
And check your map. You
That's
have a
fair.
few of those shiny shitheads on your
Oh,
tail.
I'm getting some nice
Everything I've
thunder
heard
lightning
indicates
outside.
that
Cavalry
Weird Al
targets
continues to be talented as he always has been.
Shit. Did you hear that?
He's probably still pretty good.
Ow! God,
Just gonna-
arrows. Hold on, let me just shoot these Native Americans with my future shotgun.
As you do. Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, you're back in the Civil War. The Civil War bit is taking a while, isn't it?
I'm not in the Civil War. This is Custer's Last Stand. Again.
Oh, okay.
And your job isn't to shoot Custer, it's to shoot the Native Americans?
Well, they're shooting me?
They drew first blood.
Okay, then.
Okay, I guess I am going back this way for inexplicable reasons.
I mean, didn't this start off and you were, like, with Custer? Like, in
Yeah.
his unit?
Yeah.
That's where your main character is from. He was hanging out with Custer before this.
Gotcha. I mean, I know you're usually the bad guys in one way or another, but it's
Ow.
not always that blatant.
Oh, I
But hey, maybe it is turning into that game that I wanted where you have to go back in time and do the dirt.
I guess it is.
shot that horse and it, like, crumpled. I feel
Start the
bad.
Yeah, like,
Tears with
assume-
Andrew Jackson.
Assume that time travel becomes real, somebody's job is gonna have to be to go back and save Hitler 100 times.
Camps in World War II for the Japanese Americans.
Somebody's gotta give him that idea.
Yep.
Make sure it happens.
Gotta uphold that historical accuracy.
Yeah, it's very important.
Go back and check and
I was
make
telling
sure.
TFP maybe that was going to be the big twist, is that the timeline we're in is like an altered timeline. And in the original timeline, like, the South won the Civil War, and that's why his people went back with an assault rifle to the Battle of Antietam. It's like the whole thing was a ruse from the start, you were always in a different timeline.
Yeah, I do like the idea of, no, we gotta stop this. We gotta make the timeline worse. Because that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so look, somebody has to go back in time and rig the election. This is how it has to be. The history book says so.
Oh, wait, that's,
There was an anime I watched that I liked, that there was some weird
oh my god!
plot about trying to... but it didn't really play into what actually happened in the anime that much, and it was kind of confusing to me, but hey.
What was it?
Because that was a neat anime.
You kind of cut
What
out
was it?
while you were explaining.
Yeah.
The...
I'm looking into it. I will be with you shortly.
Okay. Oh no. Just gotta keep him at the club.
Just mow down a bunch of Native Americans with this assault rifle, because America.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we discovered this game was developed in Iowa, which was not where I was expecting this game to be from. I have so many arrows, like, on my person, and they look like they're coming out of my junk again.
Look, they know your weakness. They fought you before.
Lure opposition into trap. Ow, ow, ow. Oh god, the time bubble. Time bubble hurts. Oh, I died.
I still recommend dying less if you can help it.
I'm playing on easy.
They didn't unlock an easier difficulty after your third death or anything?
No, it's not. This
Okay.
isn't Devil May Cry 3. Easy mode is not now unlocked.
Easier mode.
Yeah,
What would you call an easy mode?
easier. Or like, I want to say Smash 4 or Smash Brawl or something had, like, beginner. Like,
Yeah, that could
beginner's
work.
not a bad...
I could see that. Yeah, that's a good one. You wouldn't do like Wolfenstein style and just call it
No.
like baby or whatever?
No, I would not.
Or was it just Easy had a picture of a baby? I forget how that worked.
Easy had a picture of a baby and was like called, like, please don't hurt me or something.
Oh, right.
Still looking through my anime, but just being reminded of the fact that there is an anime that had not one but 2 seasons that is just the letter K and is so hard to search for.
Is that the one that's related to... No. That was... That's not the one that's related to 428. That was Kanan, I think.
The one you're probably thinking of, and that's
Yeah.
different. Okay, I found it. It's Katana Gatari.
Oh, okay. I remember hearing about that because I remember seeing all of the other... Like, there was like a series of anime that all had that same, like, ending.
But
Something
you might be thinking of the
Gatari.
Monogatari series. That's
Yeah,
not what
there's
this
like...
is.
Okay, I thought they were all connected.
The ones you're thinking of are. This is not that. Let me
Okay.
try and find somebody else.
Oh,
what this one is.
I trapped that man in my time bubble.
By the way, are their time bubbles like green?
Yeah.
Why are their time bubbles a different color?
Don't worry about it.
Got him. Good work, son. Managed to keep your poop in a group.
I managed to keep my poop in a group.
I might even be proud of you
Boom,
right
it's
now.
anime.
Let's get all this back to headquarters.
Yeah, that looks pretty anime,
Figure out
alright.
What's going on with these fellas?
Anyway, I thought that one was good, and it had some weird timeline stuff.
I mean, it's 12 episodes, right? So yeah, I might watch
It's
that
a
at some
joy
point.
to
I was
welcome
recently
back
trying
my
to watch,
triumphant warriors. Well done.
Ergo
the both
Proxy.
of you.
Yeah!
Oh man, Ergo Proxy, that's some weird stuff. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched some
I
of it.
watched the first 2 episodes and then realized that the cool lady is not actually the main character, and
Yeah,
immediately stopped watching.
That was kind of where I got to with Ergo Proxy, but also I really like that the ending theme is Paranoid Android.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should give that one another try. I remember hearing some interesting things about it.
I was just
I should
bummed
get back into
because...
anime in general. It's been a long time since I've actually watched any.
Well, I just remembered that I had bought, like, the full box set of Ergo Proxy for, like, $3 when I first moved out here to Waco at, like, a random store. Like, brand new, still plastic wrapped and everything. It was just in, like, a bargain thing. I was like, okay, sure. But I never actually watched it, and then I started to watch it, and then I realized that it's like a stupid decoy protagonist thing, and the cool lady's not actually the main character. And I was like, damn it.
If you're mad, I think you have the credentials to run an anime convention
missing
now.
from Custer's last
Maybe.
stand don't have your name.
Or at least
as
a
far as
panel.
history's concerned, you're a ghost, and perfect for snatching by Chronotech, just like me. I was a firefighter.
He was a
in New York City.
firefighter in New York
It was an
City.
exciting job. Dangerous, but
I'm
it was
sorry.
On that fateful
On that
day,
fateful
he
day, I
wasn't
wasn't
working.
wasn't even on call. But I heard the scare
Right
and I knew I
before a
had to respond.
cajillion tons of
Right
steel
before
and
a gazillion
concrete
tons of
collapsed
steel
on
and
him, a
concrete
portal
collapsed on top of
appeared.
me. A portal appeared and a
On that
Chronotech
fateful
agent pulled me
day
in, just like you.
in New York
Chronotech
City.
hadn't snagged me.
It's a good
I'd be
thing
dead.
Serv's not here.
So,
That
as the
fateful
MIA
day.
history, we're allowed to go back and set things right with history, while the rest of the Chronotech.
Oh,
folks
strap
can't.
in,
They're
because I
stuck.
looked up
They have
where
to
this
use
goes.
MIAs that are never figured
Oh.
out. Pretty deep, huh? And there's
Do you
more
have to
of
do
us.
9/11?
The research
No.
team is concentrating on finding.
Do you
and
have to
retrieving
stop it?
other ghosts of
No.
time. One piece of advice: if she offers to send you back to your original time, don't take it. You'll be sent to the exact moment you left. In your case, about 10 seconds before an Indian splits open your skull.
It's like creating
Comes to
Rem
work as a
Lazar up in
Chronotech.
here.
You're damned if you do, and dead if you don't. Motivational slogan, huh? Yeah, well, sorry for the history lesson. We have work to do. Where do you want to start? Remember back outside?
This mission is called Stairway to Petrovich. I don't...
What is Petrovich?
That's the dude from World War One we're trying to
I was gonna
save.
say, was like it sounded like the name of the guy you were trying to save earlier, but didn't you save him?
No, because we were gonna save him, but then the time people showed up and were
Oh,
like...
the other time people captured him first.
No, they didn't capture him first, they just shot at
Oh.
us, and we were like,
Oh,
ah, this sucks.
This sucks. If only we had time travel, we could go back and save him.
There is some weird
All right,
amount of
looks
like
like we all
San
made it.
Dimas time in this
Gonna head
game,
up
but I
this
don't
trail to where
know
it
how
opens up
to
into a
explain
large
it.
field. We'll spread out there and start searching in a half-click grid. Until then, standard patrol formation, weapons locked and loaded. Let's move out.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun.
Sometimes there's Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
What?
Steins Gate.
Anime. All I know about it is that there's like a redheaded lady with a lab coat who shows up everywhere.
Yeah, she's cool. Mists.
Is that the one where like all the franchises or all the other entries in the franchise have weird names with semicolons?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's
Like,
the one.
is that
The Chaos Head and the Stein Gates and the robotics notes and the...
Occultic 9 or something?
Oh, I didn't know those were connected at all. Okay.
Some of them are like same continuity. Others probably just use the same naming scheme and are written by the same people.
And that's the thing where the dude is the dude what did the Kanan 428 continuation thing, right? Like the
Oh, is it?
Nasu,
Okay.
I think.
No, that's definitely not the Nasuverse.
Oh.
The Nasuverse is something very different, but has a similar naming scheme where you have the Fate Stay Knights
Okay.
I don't know if the recon team got this all ass backwards or...
and the Fate :/everything.
All right, this is what we're gonna do.
And
Not to be
the
confused with .hack sign.
Are you kidding, Dexter? We can't
I remember Dot Hack.
Carnival Phantasm.
Come on, Dex.
Yeah, and the
You know we're not here to
Tsukihime.
fight.
That's all
Try the
Nasuverse
damn
stuff.
thing. Don't throw
And
me down twice.
Melty Blood, isn't it?
Damn it. I wasn't asking
Absolutely.
for your fucking advice. Gibson, you have stick time, don't you?
I'm sure it wasn't, but Dot Hack feels like the earliest of those, like, you now live in the video
Whatever, you're the
game
pilot. Who's your
animes.
second
Yeah.
chief?
It was
Collins, your chief
definitely
navigator.
on the earlier
You three
side.
are also the flanking force.
I mean,
The rest
if
of us
we're
will be
talking
fooling with
like
me.
animes
We'll
and
lead the
video
charge on
games,
the
I would say
Zeppelin.
one of the
Watch the
earliest. If we're
crossfire.
talking like
Don't hit those
stories,
hydrogen
then
tanks.
yeah, that
Any
concept goes
questions?
way back.
You know we have
Yeah.
orders, Dexter. She doesn't want
I know what your fucking orders
All I know
were,
about Dot Hack
Collins. I'm telling
is
you what they
there was the
are.
HD re-release somewhat
Any other
recently.
questions?
But
I
then
didn't think so. Move out.
every once in a while when I would go to like the old used game stores near where I used to work, they would have copies of like the PS2 versions of Dot Hack, and they were always like $300.
Yeah, that
Yeah. They are surprisingly difficult. First RPG series, anyways, was very difficult to find. And it was really frustrating because my local like game rental store had the first of the PS2 Hack RPGs and none of the sequels, but they got the fourth one. So they had 1 and 4 and never found 2 or 3. So it's like, what the fuck, guys?
One of my favorite stories, and I'm sure I've already told it, but was about this pawn shop I went to on vacation in New Hampshire, and this was back during the 32 and 64-bit era. And for CD games, they were pricing them by the number of CDs that were in that game. So like the Final Fantasies would cost way extra.
That's kind of great.
That's also where I got my Super Nintendo multi-tap, so good pawn shop.
I always really enjoy, like, there's, it's not a chain, but it's not like a single, it's like a local chain, if that makes any sense, where like they're all kind of in roughly the same area. But there's like a bookstore around here-ish named like Mr. K or something. And
that one is part of the anime continuity.
Oh, that's Dexter. But I saw a picture of like where they had pricing. Like this was not me, but I saw someone who bought a copy of Earthbound for like $1.25 because all the SNES games were priced the same.
Sick.
And then my Mr. K story was I went there, and Rob was always telling me about how like hard to find copies of Innocence on DVD were at the time. Oh, did I die? I died. And I found one for like $2, and so I bought it, and then told Rob, and Rob was very upset.
I can imagine.
Canada.
And I still haven't. I still haven't watched it. I just realized. I want to point out that loading scroll tip just said like every Chronotech employee holds to the first rule of time travel: time must never be altered.
I suppose the stupid obvious question is, doesn't time travel inherently alter time? Like, either it inherently alters time, or time is inalterable, and anything you do doesn't matter.
Yeah, this game seems really up in the air on which one of those is the case.
Can't believe we made it out of that clusterfuck.
Anyway, we stole a Zeppelin.
Idea, but we bought the ticket.
That's cool.
Scanning the terrain for Russian troops.
Zeppelins are inherently cool. Sounds cool.
It's a rad word.
It is. Ow.
Did you guys watch the Resident Evil 4 stream today?
I did not.
I did not. Who was streaming Resident Evil 4?
It's Abby.
Ah.
We got to hear another story of, you know, the Honorable Dan Reichert and his literal theft during his college years.
Oh boy.
Rug from an IHOP.
Out? Okay.
I can't say that I've ever stolen a rug from an IHOP, but I can say that in college I think we made an IHOP very angry at like all of us students who showed up at one point. Because it was after like the big digital media finals, and so it was one of those things where like I had a friend group, and then one of my friends was friends with another friend group, and we ended up with like 20 people going to an IHOP at 2 in the morning.
Nice.
And eating pancakes because we had just finished the finals and wanted to die, but we all passed, so it was all good.
I mean, I'm sure that totally sucked for them, but like if it was a 24-hour IHOP, then they just got a deal, and hopefully you tipped.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everyone, but me and my friend group were very like, sorry about this, and then we tipped very nicely.
See, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's all they can
Thank
ask
you
for.
for the business.
Oh my god, this frame rate.
I just want to know to some extent. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
to steal the rug. Like, where does that even start? Like formulation
idea to
in the
steal the
brain.
rug?
Yes, to steal a rug from an IHOP.
I guess I would have to know more of the specifics of, like, was it just in straight up in business IHOP? It wasn't like shutting down soon or anything. They weren't going to get rid of the rug for any reason.
I mean, he says that it was okay because when he graduated, he returned the rug.
That's not how anything works.
Yeah, that's definitely not how it works, but that leads me to believe that they were not going out of business.
Yeah, no, that fair. Because if it was like they were going out of business and they were just gonna throw everything away, then I could see like pilfering the fucking stuff in the store. But
Anyway,
Yeah, no,
that
that
was
sounds-
that was definitely a Maximum Reichert story.
do you have a favorite Reichert story?
Cooking egg whites.
Hmm.
Cooking egg whites.
I was gonna say egg whites is up there.
It's kind of an obvious choice, but it's a really good one.
The other one is less of a Reichert story
Seen something.
and more of just the conversation, but when Dan told Jeff that he liked Terminator 3 more than Terminator 1.
Oh yeah, that was pretty amazing. I thought you were gonna say the time he convinced Jason and somebody else that he was having a kid.
Oh, it was Danny.
Yeah, and they both sounded like they were about to fucking die at the thought of Dan Reichert having a child.
I gotta say, the Sex World Synthetic Pot story has got to be up there on greatest hits.
That's also a good one. Did you find the synthetic pot at Sex World? Or I guess it's illegal
We saw
now.
the big wall. We saw the giant glass case of bongs. I don't think we ever saw the pot
Yeah,
itself.
we
That was
definitely
probably,
saw some paraphernalia, but
it was
I don't
probably a
think
behind the counter thing if you wanted to actually get the stuff.
Yeah, we certainly didn't inquire.
Are you sure you want to get us closer to the fighting? Aye, Skipper.
Dexter's rude.
Well,
He is from New York, I guess.
yeah, he's a surly New York firefighter.
On that fateful day.
He's seen some shit. Well, no, on that day he wasn't.
Well, no, because he heard about it, and so he just went.
Oh, okay.
That was that story.
The Germans should be at least 10 miles to the east. There's no way the Russians can hold their positions through.
Oh my god.
Might be too late, son. Sure, hold on. We'll both our six.
What are you saying? We're not yet done with that fateful day?
I'm saying keep that fateful day in mind.
Okay.
Goody. In any case, I've really been enjoying those Resident Evil 4 streams.
Resident Evil 4 is a very good
Really good
game.
game.
It is a pretty good video game.
I don't mean like that as a hit against Abby. I just mean like she's like just doing comically well in some respects.
I mean, hey, could be worse. You could be the man who once said, no, we can't play Resident Evil 4, it's too good, it'd be too boring. We'd just do it super good. And then
Ah, the best friends. How could they ever break up?
How indeed.
murdering, what's her face, like 3 times. Ashley, that's her name.
You forgot.
I forgot.
This ain't looking too good for the home team.
Who is shooting at my blimp? And why? Oh, there. Stop it.
Something about that artillery.
I'm glad my blimp also has regenerating health.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god. I also love that my Xbox is still making crazy noises.
Self-repairing future blimp technology. So okay, what
Xbox
time period are you in now?
Or Xbox?
World War One.
And I think
This
it's
is
360,
360, yes.
So there is the possibility of Red Ring.
Well, I mean... Yes and no.
That would be the best way for Darkster Days to end, I think.
Like... My Xbox can't red ring because it doesn't have a ring.
With the E.
Yes.
Yeah, it probably won't die unless you, like...
Guys, don't give up. Show 'em who's got this effort.
Oh no! Yep, just gotta spin the Xbox back up now that I've died and
Does it only make the horrible noise when you're loading, or is it just constant?
it's constant, but sometimes it stops and then
Okay.
it'll load something and then it'll start back up again.
We have to do something about that artillery. Gibson, keep heading west.
We're connected to 200,000 cubic meters of explosive gas, and you want to... What the fuck was that?
It's a lot of mortars. Oh. Also, aiming while on this moving thing is like maybe not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Guys, don't give up. Show 'em who's got this effort.
Wait, what? Wait, time travel has never been used to travel forward? How do we get back?
Wait, hold on. Okay, yes, that part is... Well, because you're traveling forward to the present. But, like... You came forward in time. To you, it's going forward.
Yeah.
So, it totally has. You time traveled forward to the future, which is out of your fucking natural lifespan.
Gibson, keep heading
That is a
west.
stupid loading screen tip. That is terrible.
We found the plot hole, guys. We got him. We got him.
We're connected to 200,000
They have to pull the
cubic
game
meters
now.
of explosive gas, and you want to...
Time to put 8 Monkey Labs out of business. Oh wait, I think they already are. Also, sometimes I just fail the reload animation thing, and I don't really know why.
think I know the answer to this, but did either of you apply to the Grand Blue Fighter beta?
No.
I didn't even know that was a thing, actually.
Yeah, it's gonna be running Friday, I think. I got in, so if it's something people are allowed to stream, maybe
I'll watch that
I'll
next
stream a bit.
Yeah, I will watch all kinds of fighting games. I will probably not play the Grand Blue fighting game.
Yeah, that was shit. What was it? Is that the one that used to be Arxis?
No, that
And
one's
then
is
they
Arxis.
canceled it or something? No, it was
Platinum.
somebody was involved in that and then stopped being involved in it.
It was the Platinum game that is no longer. A
Oh,
Platinum
okay.
game.
And then it is no longer a platinum thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this particular Grand Blue game was always Arxis.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason,
a
I guess I got
different
those two
Grand
things. I
Blue.
got those two things mixed up in my head and thought they were.
A different Grand Blue game was initially Platinum.
Okay, yeah. So I think I just got those. I did not realize there were two separate Grand Blue games. I thought they were both the same Grand Blue.
And then there's the actual original ass mobile Grand Blue, but that's, no one cares about that except for crazy people.
And Serve.
And Surf. Well, I feel like that's kind of included in Crazy People.
I was just wanting one of you to just reiterate Crazy People. But you dropped the ball, as always.
Yeah. I'm playing Darkest of Days over here, okay?
Yeah, no, the ball was already on the ground. The time balls are rolling. They've been dropped. Speaking of which, when was the last time you actually time balled anybody?
A while. I think my Zeppelin's dead. Or not? What is happening?
Take out those rocket mortars! Quit fucking around! Collins, take the Zeppelin down. We're ditching it.
You want to go down? Are you out of your goddamn mind? Or you want to give them an easier target? Dexter, I swear I will get your ass blasted back to the fucking Stone Age somewhere.
Damn it, we're going down. Get over here, son. This is gonna be close.
Wait, are these also... Whoa! The frame rate. I guess these were other time dudes that were with us? I forgot I have to press start. I got distracted looking at Twitter and seeing that in the recent European elections, one British voter wrote wank next to every party on the ballot slip except for the
What in
Green
the
Party,
bloody hell happened
which they
back there?
annotated with not
Where are
wank.
Collins and Gibson? And what happened
This
to
was deemed
Petrovich?
acceptable as a
Dropped in,
vote.
found a whole bunch of Germans
Yep.
where they weren't supposed to
It
be.
showed
and
clear
They saw
preference.
us first and started
I saw
shooting.
that. That was pretty good.
Scattered, and it all went sideways. Morris and I managed to get out.
You mean with your allegedly superior tactics and training, you were run off by a bunch of early 20th century foot soldiers? Are you slipping, Dexter?
Not by a long shot.
Oh,
man.
right, I hadn't asked
Damn
you
near
yet.
an
What do you think of that
ambush.
Death
It's
Stranding
dangerous
trailer?
No matter who you fight.
I think it looks
And
real
those
good.
Germans weren't supposed to be
I'm gonna
here,
play that
so I didn't
game.
wanna further contaminate
That game looks
deviation
fucking
from
bizarre.
history.
It sure
Perhaps you have a
does.
point there.
I haven't watched
I was
it
in
yet,
another,
but people
more
seem really
passive
excited, and
recon to
apparently there's a
assess
new
the
hot
situation.
cold man.
At this
Yeah,
point,
Die Hard
I
Man.
hope that Petrovich, as well as the rest of your team, is still out
Please,
there.
it's Die
I will hold
Hardman.
you responsible for their safe return, Dexter.
Yes, ma'am. I won't let you down.
There's Die Hard Man, there's Heart Man, and Dead Man, I think.
No, it's fuck. What is his name? I can't remember.
Because Heart Man,
Somebody had a big graph of all the characters with their actors or whatever.
because Heart Man is Nicholas Winding Refn, which is wild.
Yeah.
And then
You'd think with all this fighting we'd get a
I
little
thought it was
further
Dead Man
far
was
on.
Guillermo del Toro.
Send us to the
Maybe.
greats.
Oh yeah, no, he is totally Dead Man. I forgot. I forgot who the other man was for a second.
And then Troy Baker's
I
there.
think when this is all over, I'm
Mads
asking
Mikkelsen
Mother
is
if
everywhere.
we can go camping back at the Maybe
Is Troy Baker the
down
crazy guy
and
with the gold
decide
mask?
to
Yes.
cook it over a big old
Okay, I thought so.
campfire.
Anyway, I think that'll do it for part 1 of Darkest of Days here. These days be super dark.
I was not expecting to see the President of the United States during that trailer, that's for sure.
Check out Dex.
Got weird.
I'm just gonna stare lovingly into Dex's face and hope that the YouTube will grab this
Make
as a
that
thumbnail.
thumbnail.
Come
Yeah.
on, buddy.
Ah, he's saying words and there are no subtitles. But anyway, I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.